My name's Ed Loechler. I live at 106 Beale Street. I'm a professor at Boston University, a scientist. I teach molecular biology and genetics. I'm also a town meeting member here in Brookline. And I want to talk about some of my hopes and dreams for 2017. I'm going to focus on climate change because I'm a climate change activist. I am a scientist, and I've studied exactly how we know that humans burning fossil fuels are the cause of climate change. It's settled science. 97% of climate scientists believe that humans burning fossil fuels are the cause of climate change. There are 3% of fringe scientists who believe otherwise, but for example, that's about the same fraction as scientists who don't believe that the HIV virus causes AIDS. I'm pleased that we in Brookline are about to begin in the next month or so something called Brookline Green Electricity Program. Brookline residents will be able to increase our use of electricity from renewable sources from 25% to 50%. It's been a long process that began at town meeting in November in 2015, but we are about to make it a reality. And it's a major step that Brookline is taking to help alleviate the climate crisis. I'm very proud of Brookline. We will have the highest fraction of renewable electricity of any town in Massachusetts. My fears about climate change stem from the election of Donald Trump as president. We just celebrated Martin Luther King Day, and we're bidding goodbye to our beloved 44th President, Barack Obama, and both of whom are among our most eloquent, kind, and thoughtful leaders that the United States has ever had. In their place, we will have a president who will be the most mean-spirited, ill-informed, and Machiavellian of presidents. I'm going to pivot to climate change now. It's clear that Donald Trump intends to derail and destroy efforts to combat the climate crisis. For example, we're trying to prevent sea level from rising 10 to 100 feet over the next few decades if it's not adequately addressed. We know that he's trying to do this based upon his candidate for Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, the head of Exxon, who helped launch Exxon's disinformation campaign about humans causing climate change, and also about his nominee for the head of EPA, Scott Pruitt, a former Attorney General of Oklahoma, who sued the EPA to stop climate change. I'm going to say that Donald Trump is a liar, and he's gotten away with it. It's a sad comment on the state of our union. So it's easy to call someone a liar. I'm going to use some actual examples to illustrate why, as a scientist, I believe I can come to that conclusion. Donald Trump called climate change a hoax. Hoax has a very specific meaning. He's saying that climate scientists and activists such as myself know that climate change is not real, but for some ulterior motives, we're lying. And even though we know that climate change isn't real, we're pretending that it is. Nothing could be further from the truth. But it's worse than that. In the first debate, when Hillary Clinton said, Donald Trump says that climate change is a hoax, Donald Trump leaned into the microphone and said, never said that. Nothing could be further from the truth. He has said it over and over again. He continues to say it. Another lie. Finally, Donald Trump said it's a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese. Nothing could be more absurd. The Chinese have never done anything about climate change and are not actively involved in perpetrating some kind of hoax. You could say it's due to climate scientists, but the Chinese is absurd. Donald Trump is a liar on several fronts as far as climate change goes. So my hopes and dreams for 2017 include that myself, the town of Brookline, and the American people in general will rise up against this despot, and that we will keep him from being able to perpetrate all of the mean-spirited, ill-informed, and Machiavellian programs and policies that he intends to perpetrate. I wish you all a wonderful and productive 2017.